more nowadays. Like, I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I was so different than I am now. And I feel like a lot of people changed a lot during the whole pandemic time, where like our values and our likes and dislikes, our interests, our passions, our ideas, the way that we interact with ourselves and our spaces and the people around us, it's just completely different from how it used to be. And when I look back on the things that I do or that I did in the past, the things that I wrote, I still haven't fully like looked back. I noticed that's kind of like, I don't want to say a fear of mine, but like something that I've been avoiding because I feel like it'll be overwhelming for some reason, or that I'll see something in the past that I was writing and that I didn't do, and I'll feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough or something. But this is me just being honest and just like letting it all out without trying to filter it or to prove anything or to come off any type of way. One of the readings that I got was speaking about the fact that I'm going to be an inspiration for the new generation, the people who are young, the youth, which makes a lot of sense to me considering the recent idea that I had involving healing and brain surgery, and how that could help the future generations, especially like the progression of the human race in general. And of course, I like to use my discernment more nowadays because my spiritual gifts are becoming much more easier for me to manage and to coexist with. And I'm kind of like finding, once again, stability and serenity and knowing that and really accepting the little quirks about myself and the fact that I can be where I am, how I am right now, and just acknowledge that and accept that and embrace it and see the value in it as well. Like even right now my throat hurts because I haven't said these many words out loud in I don't even know how many days. And I'm gonna push through it like Kanye did with rapping as his mouth was closed. And it's becoming pretty apparent to me the changes that are coming up in my life. I have prophetic dreams, as clairvoyance and clairaudience as well. So because those are very like becoming much more easier for me to use and to notice, I kind of see into my future and I see what I'll be doing, as well as when I wake up into this dream world, and then I also receive the guidance and the messages and the readings, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is happening, it's happening. So I think what's really kind of helping me like stay on the bandwagon is knowing that I'm not alone, that I'm protected and guided, and that I'm loved and I am worthy of love, and that I chose to come to this planet. Yeah, because if I were to think that like I was just dropped here and like willy-nilly, I don't even want to consider that possibility because it's just not an option for me. Like I now realize how the part that I'm meant to play is meant to be played, so it's really no point in even trying to kill myself. As many times as I've tried to and almost died and I didn't, I'm basically a cat. Hence the Catwoman imagery that my team has been showing me lately. Yeah, I also realized like a dream that I had had about a year, maybe 2 years ago. No, I think it was a year. I think it was a year ago. Definitely 2023, where I was like in this water world, and like there was like this ship that went underwater and we were in a cave, and it was like I was surrounded by these people, and then they spoke to me, and then I ended up waking up. That's a very vague description, but I know within my soul. And I know now, like after I've received more guidance about a year later, that I am a Lemurian starseed and I have a humanitarian purpose that is pretty huge. And I think the reason that I listen to music and I have to like keep headphones in my ears is not only because of the energetic vampires that I have around me, but as well as like the amount of wisdom, knowledge, and protection that I have. It can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. I think it's not just the fact that I have autism or mental health disorders or whatever. I think it's just like my existence is heavy, you know? And I keep seeing this quote like, let people deal with the weight of who you are. I'm trying to deal with it my damn self, you know? And learning not to apologize for my existence, learning not to blame myself for people's reactions to me, or to not like even the fact that I rub my fingers like this because it's one of like the quirks that I have, you know, that comes with me being genetically, you know, mentally made up the way that I am. I guess like my brain just works in a certain type of way. And embracing these things that make me who I am and not changing them or hiding them or masking them to like fit in. And that was something that I kind of struggled with a lot because I had a mother that, you know, played her part in my story. And I was kind of taught like the things that made me me are not okay. And I realize now that as I'm becoming more stronger and just more like rebellious and not like, you know, about being who I am, it's like I'm seen as kind of like a threat, or like either I'm a threat or I'm being disrespectful, or if I go out in public with her somewhere, or even with her or Ed or anybody really, they'll like attach themselves or want to be closer or want to be associated with me if I'm getting praise from somebody else for me being who I am. But if it's behind closed doors and it's something that they don't like, then they want to tell me that I need to change it or that I need to dial it back, or they'll say something snarky. And that's something that I've kind of been grieving, is the behavior that happens behind closed doors, and then the like public play that they put on. It confuses me because it's like I don't like fake shit, and I'm getting emotional about it right now because it makes me feel suffocated. And I keep kind of expressing how this whole family thing makes me feel like not free and suffocated and like trapped. And okay, see, like really, I have a lot of emotional depth and I'm very good at feeling things, and not only feeling myself but also feeling other people's energy. So right now I really need to study how to protect my energy and how to like discern and decide what is my energy and what is theirs, what are their thoughts and what are mine, because I can hear people's thoughts as well, and I can like read their minds and their body language. So it's like it's a lot of gifts and a lot of like power that I have now that I didn't have years ago. And because this is a whole new level, it's like I upgraded from the bus to like a Bentley. And it's like there's a lot of new bells and whistles in this one. So you kind of need to like learn new stuff if you want to like operate this machinery, you know? Like it's not being driven by somebody else. Like I'm the owner, I'm in the driver's seat, I'm responsible for this. If I want to get to a destination, like I have to use this to get there. So it's just kind of like um it's like I'm a baby and I have to like be my own parent as well. And it's like you know, it's like, yeah. And I just keep getting these thoughts of like, there's no reason to post your art, there's no reason to post that saying like it's only going to get 500 views, or like it's no point, like nobody really needs to hear that, you know, or like why were you on your floor cutting up materials trying to make an outfit, like nobody wants to see that shit, like you should just wait until you can get it professionally made. Or like is that really necessary? Like, you should just go get a job and get some money. And it's like, I'm like, if only they knew what I go through. And I see them looking at me like I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm like lazy or some shit. And it's like, you have no idea. And because I'm on a whole other level, it's like, how do I even explain it to you? And then if I were to say that, then they'll gaslight me and bully me and be like, who do you think you are? Oh, you think you're better than me? Oh, she's so humble. You know, like the stuff they say, it fucking stuck with me because I don't even think of myself that way. I don't think I'm better than you. You think I'm better than you. You know? And it's like my dreams tell me everything, so I'm seeing exactly who they really are and what their real intentions are. And so I get into these moments of extreme bliss where I think that I can trust people and that I can forgive them, and just like I'll forget the disrespect and the abuse and the neglect and the lies and the gaslighting and the manipulation. Like, I'll forget all of that because right now it seems like you're healed and you can have a conversation with me without trying to destroy me, basically. And it's like, actually, no, they're still the same way, babes, and you can't trust them. So, honestly, I'm a fucking anomaly. Like, I amaze myself, honestly, because like the shit that we've been through and the way that we still continue, you know, it's like, girl, like, you know? I don't know, man. I mean, I do know. I know a lot, which is kind of like I said, over fucking whelming, because it's like, oh, I already know. Like, I already know. I'm like Jesus out this bitch. The only thing is my crown is made of rhinestones instead of thorns. You know? And I stopped wearing my crown because I noticed how they started treating me differently. Like, who does this bitch think she is? Bitch, I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Maybe if you knew who you were, you wouldn't try to tell me who I am or tell me who I'm not. Like, that's really what it is. And it's like, I've outgrown this town. I've outgrown these people. I've outgrown these patterns. And I can't. Like, I just can't. Like, I just want to move the fuck away. And I think that if I move away or if I make the millions, that, like, everything will be fine, right? And it's like, no. Although I do know, after watching that Tyler Perry and Medea's family reunion movie, I might just have to move away from my mom and just, like, not deal with it, you know? Because I thought, oh my gosh, there's so many heartbreaking moments that I have with this woman, man, that you wouldn't believe. You would probably think, like, it was something from a movie. And, you know, I'm the main character, so yeah, that would make sense. But, like, babes, I don't owe her shit. And I don't have to agree with them, and I don't have to please them. The only person I owe anything to is God, honestly. You know, yes, her body was a vessel that I used to come to this planet with, but other than that, like, you know, so the fact that I even have this room to be able to sit in and create in and live in and stuff is, like, grateful. And I know that they'll betray me and they'll end up kicking me out and I'll end up being homeless. I just don't know when. And it's like, just like Jesus, he knew that they would betray him. He knew, you know? And I keep hearing, like, the Bible story of, like, Goliath, like David and Goliath, or, like, I think it was Joseph, the guy that, like, wears the cloak and stuff with all the colors and stuff. And it's like, I know who I am. I know who I am, and because of that, I know that they know who I am. And that's why they treat me the way that they do. I've always been targeted since I was young because I've always been very bright. I've always been very rare. I've always been very smart and gifted, very highly favored by God. My nickname is Bible Baby, you know. My name, Kayla, means like God. So it's kind of, like, obvious, you know, and I've kind of been so disillusioned, and I go through these periods of, like, depression where I stray from what I know I'm meant to be, what I'm meant to be doing, and what God told me to do, and I fall into it. And, you know, I keep hearing in the readings that people are doing black magic on me, trying to like get me off the path or some shit to ruin stuff for me. And it's like, you're so desperate that you would do shit like that. Like, who even does shit like that? Like, go get a pizza. Like, go read a book. Go take a nap. Go sit in the sun. Like, what the fuck? Because I don't do weird shit like that. And that's why a lot of shit confuses me, because it's like, I don't do that. Like, I don't. I literally, like, I'm very intelligent and I just don't get that. Like, I just don't get it. And, like, sometimes I have to watch a video and I can stoop to the level and kind of understand. But it's like, in all, like, just to keep it 100% real, that shit is so lame. Like, it's just so lame. Like, go get some money. Go chase your dreams. Go manifest something. Like, go read a book. Go learn something. Like, journal. Heal. Like, what the fuck? And even when I notice myself feeling a little bit of jealousy, I'm like, but then when I notice myself feeling a little bit of jealousy, I realize that it's because it's something that I want, or something that I see in another person that I want in myself. That's what it really is. And a lot of people don't have that amount of self-awareness to be able to realize, oh, the reason that I want to destroy Kayla, or the reason I want to trap this person or do this to her, me, is because she has something, or she's doing something, or she is something that I want. And so now I'm kind of teetering through this space of like, I pity you, or I pray for you. Or I literally hate you, stay the fuck away from me, and you poor thing, you just don't know better. You know? And I find myself, you know, I'm either extremely sad or extremely angry or extremely empty and tired and drained, you know? And it's like, I just want to be extremely creative, extremely focused, extremely strong, extremely stable, you know? And this is my form of praying and talking to God, because I know you hear me, you see every single thing that I do, as well as my guides team, which is sitting right here watching me do this. So you guys, this is how I'm really feeling. You already know. I'm recording it for future reference. I'm not crazy. And please help me to be my biggest supporter and to become more stable and more like y'all. I want to be like my guides, and I want to be like God. And that is going to take some time, but just as everybody else around me keeps letting me know, you got time. You're damn right I do, because I'm not slaving away at a fucking job like you are, where you feel fucking empty and drained and you can't even have a conversation about anything other than something where you want validation from. You're like, they're itching and they want me to like give them validation or give them this or give them that or feed into this or listen to this, and it's like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, okay, you painted a purse. You want me to give you a compliment for what? And then once you get the compliment, you just want another compliment. Once you get the bag, you just want another bag. And I realize how I'm picking up their habits and their thought patterns, and I'm starting to associate the things that they value as something that I value. Like, so what? I ride the fucking bus. That does not determine my worth. If anything, I'm a billionaire. I'm the richest person I know. All of these ideas and all of the wisdom and protection, as rich as I am in the spiritual realm, I don't give a fuck about this material world. This shit can burn, you know? And if I were to say some shit like this, it would be shaking the table, and it would be like, oh my gosh, who is this? I keep saying that. Like, trying to make me feel like I'm not who I am. And it's like, why should I even hang around y'all? Like, I don't even want to be around y'all. And my throat hurts less now, so. You know, and as soon as I get the job offer, I'm telling people about it, and I'm like, you know, and I'm seeing in their eyes, they're not smiling. They're smiling, but they're not happy for me, you know? You know, how you think I feel? Does anybody ask me how I feel? Does anybody really care? No, they care about themselves. They don't care about me. They don't care about me unless I'm doing better than them, which I've been doing since I was a child. You know, now that it's really popping off and it's really public and other people are seeing it, then it's like, oh, we gotta stop her. Oh, we gotta dim her, we gotta, like, bitch, move. You couldn't stop me even if you wanted to. I couldn't stop it even if I wanted to. I got destiny tatted on my hand for a fucking reason. This shit is written, babes. I can't stop it, and I've been doing the work, and now that it's finally coming together, and you see it, you got a problem with it. Same thing for old ass Uncle Will trying to tell me that I'm nothing. Are you insane? Bitch, you're bonkers. I'm not nothing. You know that I'm everything. I'm everything that you're not. I'm everything that you want to be. I'm everything that you wish you had done. And that's why you're mad, because you're stuck in my mother's garage at 40 plus years old. You're living in your little sister's fucking garage. And you're mad at me because you see that I'm glowing and that I'm working and I'm moving towards everything that you wish you could have did with your life. But hey, you're over here scratching and looking for attention in dirty clubs that I would never even want to grace with my presence. Like, how dare you take me to that bar and then take me home and try to tell me that I'm just worth my beauty, that my beauty is all I have? You're sick. Like, he's actually sick. And the way that he acts behind closed doors, but then when my mom comes around, acts like he's a sweet guy, like, that shows exactly who you are. And the reason that I don't want, it's like, it's so pathetic. Like, I'm really the shit. Like, I'm really the shit. Mr. Ed told me it. You sat me at the bar and he said, you're it. Like, you're the shit. Like, and one of my exes told me the same thing. Like, everybody keeps saying the same shit. It's the truth. I am literally, like, I'm God. You know? Hey, I'm having a Kanye moment. I'm yay, bitch. You know, for real. Like, I'm literally God. I am an angel on earth. I am a heavenly being. I am a light worker. I am an alien. I am not from this planet, babes. You know, don't get it twisted. I'm not you, okay? And I'm not saying that I'm better than you. Never said that. But it's different. I think that's all I want to say for now.